am here in the middle of nowhere. There is no there, it is cold there, but I am safe and I am warm. Although it's hard, I know I gotta keep up. No time to lay, to drift away. I fill my space, I spend my time down the rabbit hole again. And as I fall, I can feel the pain. You can't tell me where to go, so I don't know, I just go with the flow. I go with the flow. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo. I'm out of love, but I guess I deserved it. Trying to hide, to pass you by. I'm getting down, feeling fine. I'm light as air, no one can reach me. Lost in a dream, lost in between. Let's keep on flying, let's keep on breathing. I'm falling up, I'm falling down, from the sky and from the ground. Up above just like below, and I don't know where I should go. 'Cause I'm stuck in limbo.
Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this video. I am now 2 weeks out from my next competition, and as you would have just seen in the previous clips, I have done my entire morning routine, which consisted of waking up very early. I think last night I probably had the worst night's sleep on prep for a few reasons. I think my body is just gone now for a start, and I was also very anxious about today's check-in because my weight is just not moving and it hasn't moved in the last 4 weeks, despite Darren dropping my calories last week and the week before. Like you would have seen in my previous vlogs, cream of rice was gone out of my first meal, my rice was down in my other meals, my cardio didn't change, but my food was down. We expected my body to respond, but it's just not budging. As he explained in a previous vlog, my body is just fried. Like, I'm just exhausted. And although mentally I'm capable of pushing through, and I will still smash my cardio, I will still hit my training, I'm increasing on my lifts, like I'll stay on my plan 100%, I'm not food focused, it doesn't matter if my body is just not going to do what it's supposed to do. So it's a weird one, particularly as I'm so close to show. I am feeling a little bit anxious, but had a long chat with hubby yesterday, the day before, and this morning I woke up to a text message with the food he wants me to have today. So regardless of what my check-in was going to show and what my weight was going to be, he wants to reset things, adjust things, and ultimately refeed me in order to get my body moving again. So my carbs are up today by about 100 grams. My calories are up by about 300. So I'm going to be consuming just over 2,000 calories today, with the majority of extra calories coming from carbs. I will take you through today and show you all the meals that I'm having, but I'm sat down now at the kitchen table, having had my first meal, which was 3 egg whites, handful of spinach, 45 grams of cream of rice, and 100 grams of mixed berries. It's literally just gone 7 a.m. So what I'm going to do now is make myself a herbal cup of tea as normal, take my BCAAs with me to the sofa, and I am going to make a start on my prep girl check-ins because I've actually had a couple of girls check in already. I think I'm also going to get to the gym and train early like I do on most Saturdays just to get that last session done. Yes, I'm getting a refeed. Yes, I should be really happy about it. But to be honest with you, like, I don't feel hungry. I feel numb. Like, my body is saying I need food and my body is saying I need a break. But I think mentally I've just switched that off. And if he said to me, I want you to refeed, I'd be like, cool. If he said to me, I want you to drop your calories, I'll say, fine. Like, I'm at that point where I'm so goal orientated that I don't care. Like, I'd eat dust if he said eat dust. All I want is my body to respond. So I'm like a robot. I will do anything he tells me to do. So if today he wants me to refeed, and if tomorrow he wants to kind of run a sort of peak week trial, or he wants to drop my calories, whatever he wants to do, I'm happy to follow the plan. So I'm going to make a start on check-ins. I will show you my pre-workout meal, which is quite exciting. Like, there's way more carbs in it, and I'll pick you guys up a little bit later on. Just been checking in my girls, and I tell you what, they always cheer me up on a Saturday when I'm feeling a bit rubbish about my own check-in, because they just look bloody insane and they work so hard. And this is Jodie, and then this is Lisa. Like, they're looking unreal, and they always check in at so early. It's only just gone 8:30 here in Dubai, and they've already checked in at 5:30. So I've responded to these two. I'm going to go and get my pre-workout meal, and then I'll respond to the rest a little bit later. Pre-workout meal is still cream of rice with whey and dark chocolate, but today, instead of 40 grams, I've got 60 grams of the milk chocolate cream of rice, and I'm actually going to stir in 20 grams of this peanut butter whey, heat it up in the microwave with the 2 squares of dark chocolate. And when heated up, it goes a little bit lumpy because of the whey, but the dark chocolate melts and it tastes like kind of Reese's peanut butter cup kind of pudding. So I'm going to eat this up now and then get my butt to the gym. And I think hubby approves.
Smells so good. As soon as I open the door to the house, I can smell that chocolate.
Oh, it smells like Reese's, right?
Yeah.
So good. Just parked up at the gym. I drank my 3D energy drink on the way. Making the most of these because they will most likely be cut in the next few days. But I'm going to head in now and I'm going to go and smash the session. The gym car park is full, which means it's going to be really busy in there. So I'm just going to put my headphones in. I'm not going to record anything. I just want to get it done. Really want to focus on getting some good lifts in. So I will most likely just catch you guys when I'm back at home for my post-workout meal. I did put a question poll up on my Instagram page to ask you guys what you wanted to know about the next 2 weeks and what the plan is. So I'll try and answer some of those questions when I get in later. And some of them I think I'm going to get Darren to answer because they are related to how he's coaching me and what his protocol is going to be moving forward. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. We did it. We did it, Milo. Yes. We smashed it. Oh. Absolutely crushed it. Oh, thank you so much. That session was emotional, to say the least. And just like every Saturday, I start off by feeling really dead, not happy with my check-in, prep brain is real. And then when I get that session done, I feel flipping amazing. And I'm just so happy, and I'm feeling really positive about the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to crack on with my girls' check-ins, and I'm going to wait a little while before I have my post-workout meal because it's quite a big one. Just gone 1 p.m. All of my prep girl check-ins are done, and I am most definitely ready to eat my next meal, my post-workout meal, which is normally 60 grams of cream of rice is now 70 today, 50 grams of pineapple, my 20 grams of whey, decided to blend it this time. I'm hungry. I'm definitely going to devour this, and then it's time to shower, get into some chilled clothes, and I will answer some of your questions. Okay, I'm now all showered. I'm on the couch with Milo. We are ready to chill, but I think now would be a good time to answer some of those questions that have come through, and I'll answer as many as I can whilst I can hold this camera up, because I did train glutes and shoulders. So let's see how we go. Question number 1. In fact, there's a few questions like this. How are you feeling at the moment? You're looking incredible. How are you feeling, Bex? Gosh, how do I even answer that? How am I feeling? It's weird. I'm definitely in those prep feels where I know I look good, but I feel so fucked that I can't even see it. It's like you've got prep goggles on. And I mentioned this in my recent post on Instagram, like I've been this lean for so long now that things are not phasing me. Like I see veins, I can see my abs, I can see shreds in my legs, my glutes are shredded. All of those things are there, and they're things that you strive for so long on a prep. But when you're holding that level of condition for so long, you just become numb to it. So I think I'm feeling pretty tired, I'm feeling pretty dead. I don't know if I'm feeling hungry. Like I don't have like massive hunger pains. I'm not food focused at all. I'm just tired. I think my body's just tired, and I would kill for a good night's sleep where I literally just get a solid 5 or 6 hours. And I think the hardest thing in the way I'm feeling at the moment is like everything hurts. Like even sitting down hurts, moving my legs hurt. You know, it's that kind of physical exhaustion that I'm feeling at the moment. But I am feeling positive, and Darren is keeping me on track with reminding me that I am on track, I'm looking good, and that he has a plan in place. Would you put on more muscle and move up to physique one day, or stay in figure? To be honest, I really love the figure category. Don't get me wrong, I think physique is amazing, but to add that level of muscle and that amount of muscle would take a long time, and I've still got plenty of room to grow in figure. And if I'm able to achieve my ultimate goal of turning pro, I'm just going to become a small fish in a very big pond again, and there's lots of room for growth there. How has this prep been, and how did you feel on your first ever prep for a show? Another very good question. I think I've mentioned this before in previous vlogs, but the more preps you do, the better you get at it, and more used to the phases you get. You become less food focused, you become more used to the tiredness, the pain, you get more used to understanding how your body responds, you become more patient, resilient. I think on my first prep, and I think anyone's first prep, you just don't know what to expect. You don't know how your body's going to respond, you don't know how lean you're going to get, and I think the more you do, the better you get. Okay, hold on, pit stop. My arm is sore. Okay, so I've been competing for about 5-6 years. So compared to my first prep, very different. Like I've definitely got more muscle. I definitely can eat more food. I'm doing less cardio. So I think the more preps you do, the better you get, the more muscle you have, the easier they get. It varies for everybody, but I definitely would say this is my best prep to date, the smartest prep I've ever had in terms of managing my energy, managing my training, my food, all that kind of thing. How do you push through the pain barrier in training even when food is low? Great question, and today was a good example. Like, although my food is not low today, I am on a slight refeed. Most days my food is low, and of course you're going to be tired going into the gym, but it's all mental. Like, bodybuilding is a physical sport, of course it is, but actually the real battle is this here. And if you can control your mind and just tell yourself, I can push through, my body will be able to do this, then you'll achieve anything. And I think, again, the more preps you do, the stronger you get at controlling this. And it's all mental. It's all mental. You know, managing your food is mental, managing your strength, your training, your cardio, like every single moment on prep is all about your mindset. Okay, last question, because my arm is getting very sore. What is the longest off season you have had? So I started competing in 2015, and then in 2016 we got married. I started a prep But with getting married and moving to Dubai, I was like, no, this is not going to happen. So I took that full year off, and then I competed in 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I would say 2016 was my proper full year off season. But the other off seasons have kind of ranged between anything between 2 months to 6 months. Like the time difference between last year's show in Romania, November, to starting prep this year, mid-January, was only 8 weeks. So very short improvement season, but one that was definitely utilised really, really well. So I guess it depends on what your goals are, what you need to improve on, would depend on how long you need an off season. If I achieve my ultimate goal of turning pro this year, then I will probably take a good off season. I would say anywhere between 8 to 12 months, maybe even longer. Milo, is that enough questions for today? You're going to need to shuffle down so I can put my laptop there. Mummy's going to do some editing. This is literally what he does all day, every day. If I sit on the sofa, he jumps up and he's like, let me up. He's looking at me like, don't edit, Mummy, just have a snooze. It's 20 to 2. My next meal is like at 3. Shall I take a little snooze? Maybe I'll take a little snooze with you. Shall we have a little snooze? It's now just gone 3:15. And I didn't take a nap. I decided to edit instead. But I am most definitely ready for my next meal, which is my normal 100 grams of chicken, my beloved green veg, but this time my rice is up. I cooked up 110 grams of raw weight jasmine rice, 55 grams per meal instead of 30, which equated to 410 grams cooked. So I now have 205 grams of rice, which is bloody epic. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to chill, I'm really going to enjoy this meal, and I will pick you guys back up in a little while. And whilst I get to eat more carbs, Milo decides he wants to eat the garden hose. Give me this. Oh, for God's sake. It's the second one I've had to replace now. And this is the reality of YouTube. I am filming what I'm editing. So I've got several SD cards, and this intro took me about an hour to edit with music and stuff. So I was like, shit, I've got my next meal. I need to record my next meal. So I've got a different SD card in here. Thankfully, that's just completed the import now. Yeah. Still in the office now, and I've just had an onboarding call with a new client that wanted to join my Great Nate Challenge, and then I've just had my prep team girl chat, and it was so nice because there were so many on the call today because I've got 3 new girls that have just joined my prep team. You can probably hear the air fryer cooking my next meal, which is my salmon, my veggies, and all of that extra rice. Milo is chomping down on his food, Stitchy's eating his, and Darren should be home very shortly. So I will grab him to answer some of those other questions about what we're doing moving forward. And there it is, my absolute favourite meal. I literally could eat salmon and rice every single day till I die. I just think it's such a good combo. And when you cook rice in the rice cooker and it comes out so fluffy like this, come on. Okay, Darren's back. Let's talk about this refeed today because I have not dropped any weight, but you've given me more food.
Take number 2 because Becky screwed up the mic.
I did. We're doing this again.
So we've already explained this. So basically, a refeed isn't necessarily just to replenish glycogen. We don't always have to refeed because you've dropped weight. A big thing you need to manage within a prep is fatigue. And Becky has all the signs of fatigue being an issue at the moment. Sleep's bad, and she's stressed, and she's still pushing just as hard in the gym. Everything's been on point. I live with her, so I know she hasn't cheated her diet or anything like that.
Definitely
so weight
not.
not dropping is simply a case of fatigue. There's inflammation, so we just need to sort of fill her back up so she can her body can drop into a relaxed state, and you should see it respond quite well over the next few days when we drop food a little bit.
Okay, so it's kind of like refeed, reset, and then push on, basically.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so I've got 4 questions that I want to ask you. So we'll try and get through these nice and quick because I know that you're hungry and I've got to get another meal in. So first question, I don't know how short the answer's going to be for this one, but it's, what are the peak week plans this time around? Do you have a plan?
There's like, yes, because Becky at the moment is essentially ready. You know, she is where she needs to be for stage. It's not like we're pushing, like we need to push to get lean now. So yeah, there's definitely a sort of a tentative plan in place, but anyone who tells you a peak week plan 2 weeks in advance, well, it's just stupid, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough.
You have to react to the body. Yeah, we have an idea. We're going to, you know, we'll fat load, carb load, dry out.
Okay.
What those will entail will very much depend on where Becky is.
And I think probably during peak week I'll try and vlog as much as I can to show that. Okay, this is a quick, easy one. Have you ever been to the US?
Yes, I have.
You have? I
Loads
haven't.
of times. I used to go there every summer.
Yeah, you used to go there and train, didn't you? Like, coach people and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So we haven't been together though, so potentially this year we could be going to the US if somebody competes in the US. When you get your pro card in 2 weeks, what happens after that? Rather than when, let's say if. What's the plan afterwards, Darren?
That's actually down to Becky, I guess. Obviously, we'll put plans in place for reversing up, and you know, it depends on what she wants to do, how she's feeling, how quick we get into an off-season progress phase.
Yeah.
It has been a long prep, so the likelihood of going straight into full off-season throttle, so to say, I wouldn't say that'd be the case. Probably rest for a little bit first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and last question. How are you dealing with the water retention and inflammation from flights? That is a good question because we have to fly for every single show. So tell them, what do we do?
Just don't eat any carbs on the plane. Keep
Pretty
water
much.
high.
Yeah.
It's all we've ever done. It's never been an issue. You know, like I've done, a 19-hour flight to New Zealand. I just ate protein.
Yeah.
And kept fluids high, and I actually arrived lighter. So
And what's the reason for not having carbs, in case anyone wondering?
why don't you have carbs? You store water from having them.
And that causes inflammation,
Yeah.
obviously. And that's where you get like the swelling and stuff on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if in doubt, just eat protein. But I tend to fast most of my flights when we go
Yeah,
somewhere.
if the flight's under 4 or 5 hours, then just fast.
Yeah.
If it's over that, then
Just protein.
you know, maybe
Awesome.
protein and fats, depending on what's your situation. But
Awesome. Thank you so much. And the last bit of news is, as he just got in, he told me that I'm getting more carbs. Not my mug cake, no?
no, 60 grams of oats
Ooh. And whey. No nut butter.
and nut butter, yes.
Oh, lush. Thank you so much, babe. So there you have it, folks. That is my 2 weeks out update vlog. I am going to go and make my lovely, delicious bowl of protein oats. I can't remember the last time I had protein oats. And I've got a lot of flavours of protein to choose from now. So I'm going to go and make that, and then we are going to put the finals for the Orlando Pro on the TV, because we've got 3 friends who are competing in it at the moment. And I've just been on the phone to Ria Gale, who got first call out of 32 girls and was centre stage. So 100% I want to get off my camera, off my phone, and I want to go and watch my girl on stage. So I will keep you guys updated with how things progress. If you're not already following me on Instagram, you need to head over there now, because I do share literally daily updates with what's happening with my prep and all that sort of thing. So let's see how my body responds tomorrow morning and the days afterwards. I am planning on vlogging more next week. I've got 1, 2, 3 different videos planned, so stay tuned. Hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are coming out, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.